Hi everybody, what's going on? Nerd of the 90s here, and yeah, before I get to the review video, I want to show you guys how much of a die-hard Spider-Man fan I really am. Here on my comic books, and yeah, absolutely insane. Well, I don't have a huge ton, but these are the only comic books I have. Even the booklet here from DK Books, the Ultimate Spider-Man, all the way to a few, I think after that reaches the Venom series. I got the original Spider-Man movies, even the Amazing Spider-Man series. I do like them, and I do miss them, which sucks it got canceled. Oh yeah, that's my tripod. The vacuum cleaner. And you guys are probably wondering, where's Spider-Man Homecoming? Right here. Yep, right here. Spider-Man Homecoming, directed by Jon Watts, starring Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., Michael Keaton, Jon Favreau, Zendaya. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. And wow, I was absolutely looking forward to this movie, but I was really upset that the Amazing Spider-Man series got canceled, and I was actually looking forward to it because a future Venom movie was being planned, and a Sinister Six movie was actually being planned, but everything got completely scrapped. The MCU absolutely, not the MCU, Sony canceled absolutely everything, and it really got to me so hard, and I was upset that Andrew Garfield pretty much just didn't want to come back. And they asked him after the Sony and the MCU the MCU got the rights to Sony Spider-Man, well, 50-50. They asked Andrew Garfield, would you like to come back? He wanted to, but he already had his own fun with the two Amazing Spider-Man movies. And I wanted him back, but unfortunately he never did. So he kind of pulled off a bit of a Michael Keaton and a Timothy Dalton with that. And we'll get to Michael Keaton soon enough. But yeah, I was a bit worrisome with Spider-Man Homecoming, but seeing his performance in Captain America Civil War, wow, I was absolutely looking forward to his solo movie soon enough, even though it's a third reboot, actually a second reboot of the Spider-Man series in over 5 years, and yeah, I was mad, but what can I do? At least we're going to get him in the MCU, and here it is, Spider-Man Homecoming. Let's first start off with the story itself. Yeah, it's absolutely another reboot, but we don't get to see another backstory of Spider-Man, which is absolutely good. But this does take place after Civil War, and yeah, we get to see Spider-Man's now backstory a bit, and we get to see how his life is being a high school student to being the vigilante Spider-Man during the times when he's finished with school. And yeah, that's pretty much about the story, but we get to see a much darker story of Adrian Toomes, who used to be one of those damage control people who at least wanted to fix everything up. And yeah, we get to see a backstory here that Adrian Toomes was at the events of the first Avengers movie trying to collect all the Chitauri stuff to pick up all the damage from everything. But then that's when damage control from another company comes over and takes everything away and takes away Adrian Toomes' job and everybody who worked on him on the site. But then seeing that Adrian Toomes acquired some Chitauri weapons, that's when everything completely changes up, and then he becomes a arms dealer and also makes himself a Vulture costume, and yeah, that's when everything comes into play. And that's pretty much the story itself. And man, we'll get to Michael Keaton soon enough, and first things first, let's start off, now that the story I've just mentioned, it gets a plus. As for Tom Holland as Peter Parker and Spider-Man, I was absolutely worried. Now we get to see more of him. Wow, absolutely amazing. To me, he's a bit of mixture between Tobey Maguire's awkwardness as Peter Parker and then a little bit of the cockiness of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and I absolutely loved it. And yeah, I was worried about this because it's another reboot, and yeah, I thought it was really cool. And Tom Holland, man, he does a fantastic job. I love his jokes. He does a fantastic job, and yeah, he's a huge Spider-Man fan like Andrew Garfield, and yeah, I thought to me, I love this performance, and he deserves it. As for Robert Downey Jr., and I also forgot, I think I did mention Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau as Happy Hogan. I thought Robert Downey Jr.'s performance here, to me, being like the godfather of Peter Parker, watching over him while he got acquired the suit after getting his upgrade from his previous suit from the 2016 movie, which we actually saw that really funny hoodie Spider-Man outfit. I thought to me Iron Man's performance was cool, at least acknowledging Spider-Man, keeping an eye on him or what he does, and you know, being the vigilante at Queens, New York, and doing what he does best. And yeah, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man does good. As for Jon Favreau as Happy Hogan, he does play a bit of a huge role here watching over Spider-Man 2, but he's the one who gets the more bigger job while Tony Stark is doing some other things around India and wherever he's at, actually doing some business stuff. And yeah, after the events of Civil War, that's when everything gets a little, but at least he doesn't want to hear mentions of it because it kind of ticks him off. But for Jon Favreau as Happy Hogan, him playing a bit of a pivotal part here, I thought he was cool. Jon Favreau does a fantastic job. He gets a plus. And Mew Man as the director for Iron Man, yeah, absolutely amazing. I don't know the name of the actor. The actor for Ned Leeds. I thought he was absolutely cool. He's hilarious. Everybody was complaining, where's Harry Osborn? Where's Harry Osborn? I thought that Ned Leeds was absolutely a cool friend for Peter Parker, even though we get to know that he's going to be a future villain and maybe, I don't know, as the Hobgoblin. I don't know, but to me, the performance of Ned Leeds was absolutely fantastic. He's absolutely hilarious, and him realizing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, to me, was cool. And then him like asking him so many freaking questions about like how do he got his powers, does he lay eggs, is he an Avenger? Yeah, I thought he was hilarious, even though he can be annoying at times, but he's like the more funny annoying kind of dudes, and to me he gets a plus. As for Michael Keaton as Adrian Toomes and the Vulture, I was a little bit worried though, because he went from Bruce Wayne Batman from DC, yeah, I gotta mention it, from Birdman, from this really cool movie that came out in 2014, I think, and won a huge for best screenplay. And to me, I thought he was cool. But him being a DC villain, not a DC villain, a Marvel villain, wow, absolutely wow. To me, he wasn't too generic. His motivation was completely clear. And then, yeah, those words that he says to Spider-Man at the very ending, at the before the climactic battle, well, a bit of a climactic battle, was cool, but man, his motivation of him, like, you know, like telling, giving a lesson to Spider-Man, like, those people with big bucks, they can do whatever they want, but for the other people like me, we get, we can at least make as much money as we can, and without any authority with anybody. And with that, yeah, he's kind of true, but at the same time, he sells weapons to other people, and yeah, those weapons that he's selling, the Chitauri weapons, are absolutely dangerous, and Spider-Man needs to put him a hold. And man, wow. Man, the Vulture wasn't going to exist in the 2010 Spider-Man 4 movie, but since it got canceled, we got it 7 years later. And I thought Michael Keaton as Adrian Toomes and Vulture was absolutely fantastic. Man, I can't believe it went from Batman to Vulture, and that's freaking cool! And Birdman, too. As for, I don't know the name of the actress, the actress for Liz Allen, to me, the love interest of Peter Parker, was absolutely cool, even though we get to see awkward moments of him hanging with Liz Allen. And yeah, he kind of doesn't get the time. Peter Parker doesn't get the time with her, but to me, she was a really cute girl. It sucks that Peter Parker never did become friends, but they do have moments of that, but then Peter Parker always gets interrupted all because of Vulture, investigating on Vulture-related stuff. And yeah, to me, Peter Parker's love interest was cool, but I just hope in the future, in a Spider-Man Homecoming 2, or whatever they're going to call it in the future, I hope we get to see Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, even though we never got her in Amazing Spider-Man 2, which she got cut, which sucks. I hope to see more of them in the upcoming movie, and let's see what happens, and that gets a plus. As for the rest of the supporting cast, Aunt May, played by Marissa Tomei, she was cool. I just wish she had a little bit more screen time, but yeah, she does play a pivotal role, even though everybody has a huge crush on her. As for Zendaya as Michelle, I thought she was absolutely cool. Even though she's a future love interest, and yeah, we get to see a bit of a twist that she is not only known as Michelle, but Michelle Jones, #MJ, and I'm like, oh. And to me, I thought if she was Mary Jane, but she's not. She's just Michelle Jones. Maybe she might be another typical different MJ, but to me, she's not. From the comics, she's actually a new character in this movie, and let's see what she plays in a pivotal role in the upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming 2 movie, even though, who knows, being the next love interest of Peter Parker, now that Liz Allen is, yeah, you guys know the movie of it for sure. As for Mr. Harrington, oh my god, he's hilarious. He's a bit awkward and a bit of the, let's just say, a bit of a timid person, a little bit like me. Yeah, I thought he was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, and to me, the supporting cast gets a plus on that. As for the action and CGI for the Spider-Man, I thought it was really cool, and yeah, it fits well. We get to see Spider-Man jumping up and down, the Vulture flying up, and so on and so forth. And yeah, that's what I gotta say. The action is absolutely cool, and the CGI fits well. As for the cons, yeah, Shocker was there. There was two different Shockers. There was Herman Schultz and another one. I don't remember his name well. Yeah, I could have wished to see Shocker at his very full potential, but we do get to see him throw a few combos to Spider-Man. I just would have wished to see him in his full costume. We do get to see him, but he doesn't wear the mask, but he doesn't wear the full 2 shot gauntlets. He'll just wear ones and just punches Spider-Man the crap out of him. But I think maybe in the future Sinister Six movie, we might see Shocker at his full potential. I don't know, maybe soon enough, but to me, I thought that was a bit of wasted opportunity. And also, at times when the fight sequences happen, it kind of doesn't take it itself seriously. But it does take seriously, but I just could have wished a bit more. I thought, in my opinion, this is actually one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, but it doesn't beat the original ones. And I'll get to that in a bit. And yeah, this kind of gets a bit of a negative right here. Is it worth seeing? Yes. I'm a huge diehard Spider-Man fan, as you can see the shirt right here. And the toys, yep. And my comic and all the rest of my collection here, a bit of my collection. I'm not really high up the collection, but soon, maybe soon enough. To me, I thought this movie was fantastic. It's my 3rd favorite Spider-Man movie, right in front of Spider-Man. Spider-Man 1 and 2. Spider-Man 2 is actually my number 1 favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. And yeah, it sucks that it's not part of the MCU, but yeah, that was actually back in 2002 and 2004. But this one's actually in 2017, and it's part of the MCU now. I can't wait to see what they have in stock in the future. I hope we get to see Matt Gargan as Scorpion. I hope we get to see Kraven the Hunter introduced for the first time, and maybe Mysterio to add to the Sinister Six, because we already got 3 members already. We got Vulture, Shocker, Scorpion. I hope we get to see Kraven the Hunter, Mysterio, and I wonder who might be the man in charge of the Sinister Six. Maybe Dr. Octopus or the Green Goblin. Who knows? Maybe Venom. Maybe Venom. And I hope the Venom movie might link up to the future, to the MCU, because I heard rumors that the upcoming Venom movie with Tom Hardy is gonna pretty much might at least come together to at least be part of it, because it's Sony's property. And I don't know if the movie succeeds, because I'm a bit iffy on it, because I really love oh snap. I really love Villain. He's one of my favorite anti-heroes or villains of all time, and I really wish, yeah, as you can see him, it's the Topher Grace version, but yeah, I hope to see more screen time of him, and I want to see absolutely more screen time of him, and I want that to happen. But anyways, guys, that's absolutely it. And yeah, my final verdict. This movie, to me, in my opinion, was about to get the 10 out of 10 it deserves. But remember, I said about the flaws. Sometimes where it takes itself seriously, there's funny ones. I'm like, okay, I get it. But at the same time, yeah. And then I would have loved to see Shocker at his full potential. And that's pretty much about it. In my opinion, this gets a 9 out of 10. It's my 3rd favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. And it's right there in my top 10 MCU movies of all time. But anyways, guys, next time when we come back, we're going to be reviewing Thor Ragnarok. Just 2 movies more left, and then after that, Avengers Infinity War. I'm still trying to get my Infinity War shirt and an Infinity War poster for my room in order to get through that for my review, in order to make it a little bit more creative. But anyways, guys, that's it. I'm almost 15 minutes in, and I'll see you guys next time with Thor Ragnarok. Catch you later, guys.